Forecast with meteorologist Brian Ramsey.
Well, good morning out there, guys. I have a live look from the tower camera showing pretty quiet conditions as you head out the door this morning. Nothing really to worry about. Satellite radar showing no rain out there except a couple storms, but that's on the immediate coastline. No concern for us here in Baton Rouge. The temperatures are starting off on a warmer note, though. It's 82 in Gross Tet right now, 80 in Woodville, 80 in Baton Rouge. Also in the upper 70s for other locations not in the 80s. La Place at 79, Slaughter at 78 degrees right now. And this afternoon is still going to be a hot one, probably getting up to 93 to 95 today, 95 in Centerville, 93 in Amite City, Baton Rouge topping off at 94 today. To the south, holding similar values, 94 in Gramercy, 93 in Plaquemine, maybe a couple degrees cooler the closer you get to the ocean, 92 in Thibodaux, 90 in Homa. But we do have a chance of rain today, so those temperatures won't be staying that hot forever. The heat index could be between 105 and 110 this afternoon. This map illustrates that pretty well. I'm seeing all the values on here between 106 and 110 degrees. And now because of that, a heat advisory has been reissued for today. It's going to take effect at 11 a.m. and it's going to last until 7 p.m., but I think it might get expired early. I have a feeling it's not going to last until 7 p.m., and the reason for that is because we are going to see showers and thunderstorms moving through the area later this afternoon. Now, the heat index is still going to stay high for the rest of the forecast, but that's also not going to be an issue because we're going to continue to see rain moving in, and that will help with those values on each day. Now, as we time out some of that rain for today, it looks like we could see a couple storms popping up in the afternoon to the evening hours. They're going to be very spotty in coverage, very scattered, so very hit or miss. Not everybody's going to see some of that rain today. But we have some extra moisture in the atmosphere today, which means we could see some heavier downpours at times in those storms. So even though they're going to be spotty in coverage, we'll need to watch for heavier downpours in some of those storms. Once we go to tomorrow, we're going to have a wider coverage of that rain, so you're probably talking more like a 50 to 70% coverage in those showers and storms for tomorrow. Could also see some heavier downpours with those storms for tomorrow's forecast as well. And those rain chances will continue into the weekend, but they'll be a little bit more isolated. Now, there's not really a threat for severe weather today. There is farther up in Mississippi and Alabama. You can see that level 2 out of 5 threat here, located right in Jackson to Birmingham to Montgomery. But here in Baton Rouge, we're not under that threat. But if you are heading north, you should keep that in mind. There could be some severe storms farther to the north. As for the flood potential, today we do have a marginal risk for flash flooding. The only reason for that is even though we're only going to have spotty, isolated storms, some of those storms could have heavier downpours, which means we'll have to monitor it closely. And then tomorrow, that will continue and expand westward. So that's also something to keep in mind as the storms will be a little bit more widespread for tomorrow's forecast. The rain chances also become a little more isolated this weekend, but they go back up once we go to next week. As we take a look at your 7-day forecast here in Baton Rouge, we're at 94 for today with isolated to spotty storms, and then storms continue to increase in coverage on Friday. We're only going to see a few isolated storms, some isolated rain for Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures back in the mid-90s because of it, and then we'll continue to see pockets of rain Monday through Wednesday.